So guys, we've talked a lot about kind of where different teams fall in the Big 12 this year. And so I'll phrase this question like this. I play fantasy sports. Chad, are you still there, buddy? I think there you go.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, stupid spam.
I play fantasy sports, and a lot of times when you're preparing for a fantasy draft, you break guys down into tiers, right? Mm-hmm. These guys that you'll take at this spot, and then you have another tier down and another tier down. So could we do that with the conference standings to a certain extent? I mean, are there tiers of Big 12 teams, both men and women?
Well, I'll jump in on the men on this first, and I'll address the women as well after. But it's funny, the beginning of the conference, if you were to say project the tiers, like you said, for your fantasy team, you just said Iowa State, Oklahoma, had a shot at being top tier. And at this point, I mean, Iowa State's kind of played its way onto the bubble, I think. Probably a tournament team. Oklahoma's gone the other direction, but I mean, I don't think there's any question that Kansas, Baylor, and Texas Tech are, separated themselves in a big way.
Yeah. Johnny?
Right. Yeah. I looked at the standings this morning. Like you said, Kansas, Baylor, Tech, they're up there. Then in the middle, you got Texas, TCU, and Iowa State. And then you kind of have the rest of them. And I think those top six will make it. I don't think those last four will make the tournament. And, to me, Oklahoma's really probably dropped the most. And probably TCU has improved the most, late in the year. So, but yeah, there's definitely a tier system there now.
When the Big 12 sheds itself of, those sorry Sooners and Longhorns, I mean, just imagine the tiers then with Cincy and Houston and some programs that have done well in basketball in recent years.
Well, exactly. If Houston were in there this year, I think their quad one record is like 0-3.
Mm-hmm.
And yet their net ranking is still really high right now. So they would be a real interesting team to have in the Big 12 mix this year.
Yeah.
And John, I think I saw a stat where Baylor leads the country in quad one wins.
Yeah, I believe it's 12 now.
Wow, it's impressive.
That's almost half their wins.
Yeah, Baylor, Tech, and Kansas, they're going to be 1, 2, or 3 seeds. I mean, and really, 1 or 2 sounds about right. I mean, they're all playing well.